looks like actually a comfortable choice as a running dress.
Kind of a maid look.
Yes, and superheroes abound, and we give them lots of credit. Sun's shining, but you can see how windy it is out there. You see Warriors?
We're coming up here, tank top. There you go.
Oh, there you go. Also good. So Beta Breakers continuing through this morning. They're about an hour and 22 minutes into that race.
Yeah.
All right, well, two big sports stories today in the Bay Area. You got Beta Breakers for all our runners, and then you got Game 3 of the Western Conference Finals between the Houston Rockets and the Warriors.
Yeah, throughout the playoffs, we've been talking to KTVU Sports anchor Scott Reese. He joins us via the telephone now in a game that I'm feeling after getting hammered, Scott. Good morning first in that Game 2 at Houston. I think we're going to see the real Warriors tonight. What do you think?
I think we will too, Frank. And you know, it's sort of what happens in the playoffs. Everybody overreacts to everything, right? So after Game 1, they came out, they blew the doors off of the Rockets, and everybody thought, oh, this is another blowout. It's another sweep. It's nobody belongs on the court with the Warriors. And, you know, they're going to win this thing easily. And then, of course, you flip the script in Game 2, and now people are kind of on their heels, and the national media is saying, whoa, the Rockets, they adapted, and now they can play with these guys, and they are the top seed. You know, and the reality is, of course, as with most things, it lies somewhere in the middle. But getting back to your point, Frank, I absolutely believe they will come out and play well tonight. Draymond Green said it, and we've seen it for 4 years now. This team is at its best when it feels, as Draymond says, threatened, right? Anytime there's adversity, anytime anybody comes out with a shred of doubts as to the Warriors' prowess, that's when they come out and they play their A game. And obviously being at home is going to help a lot.
Yeah,
so I think they will look a lot better tonight.
Being at home would be great, but also there's that when you're getting to this point, you kind of want to wrap it up as soon as you can to get a little bit of rest, some say, before the big game.
But it is a Western Conference.
I know, you can already assume that.
It's too early. I think they'll play really well tonight. I'm not saying it's going to be a cakewalk, and it's just a question of whether they win in 5 or 6. I mean, it's not that simple, and you can't even think about wrapping it up when it's 1-1. So
yeah,
win tonight, get your mojo back, and we'll go from there.
Hey, Scott, let's talk about Steph Curry. He's, coming off the injury. What are your thoughts on him kind of heating up in this series?
Well, I think it's a microcosm of the Warriors' struggles in Game 2. I think just like we all believe they'll come out and play much better tonight, I believe Steph will come out and play much better. He's not going to go 1 for 8 from 3. He shoots better at home, as most shooters do, in the friendly confines of their own gym with their own sight lines, and they're more used to it. And plus, look, Steph is one of the elite athletes on the planet. I mean, do you doubt that when everybody's scrutinizing him and nobody's talked about anything for the last 4 days except Steph Curry struggling to shoot the basketball, oh my goodness, do you doubt for a second that he's going to come out and make everybody, remind everybody who he is and what he does? And I don't. I think he'll be great tonight. I think Clay will shoot it well, and I think they'll have a real solid performance.
So then, I know it's early. I don't want to make any assumptions, but how do you think that this is? I mean, are you predicting that we will just see a back and forth for the rest of the series as it goes? Or?
I think this goes, if not the distance, pretty close to it. I would be beyond shocked if this is a 5-game series. That would entail somebody winning 3 in a row, and I just don't think that's going to happen. I do think the Warriors win tonight. But the Rockets are legit, and remember, they were a terrific road team all year. They were 31-10 away from home, and this is not like the first 2 rounds where you look at it and you say, okay, maybe the Warriors dropped a game to New Orleans, but still, they're overmatched, and the Dubs are a much better team. I do think the Warriors are the better team, but there's not a chasm between these two. This is a competitive series between the best 2 teams in the NBA, and it has all the makings of a long series. So I think, again, you got to think of this as a marathon, not a sprint, to use the Beta Breakers metaphor, and I think that we're in for the long haul.
Way to bring it all together.
And, Houston won, 2 out of 3 during the regular season, too. So it is a pretty evenly matched series. All right, Scott, we'll see what happens tonight. Enjoy your cup of coffee, and we will chat with you later, sir.
Nice segue. Talk to you later, guys.
All right, Scott Reese.
Well, let's talk about what happened on this cliff. Crews were very busy rescuing a man and his dog who fell off.
Yeah, he wasn't alone. That is the dog it went over the edge with, and we're going to have more on the rescue efforts at Fort Funston. That is the dog.
And he was known for being a force of change in the Bay Area. Now family and friends are taking a moment to look back on his life. We'll have more on Julius Truman's memorial coming up.
2 goals for 5.
man at the